Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is, and right here, right now, we actually have Memphis hip-hop legend right here gracing the Canadian airwaves. We got the one and only MC Mack right here, live on the line, man. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing wonderful, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day above ground is a pretty good day. If I was doing bad, I probably wouldn't tell you.
I most definitely agree with that, man. I have to ask, man, how's everything out there in Memphis, man? You know, because I noticed the states, you guys are actually slowly starting to open back up, man. I'm getting kind of jealous over here north.
Oh, man, Memphis is Memphis, man. You know, still wild, crazy, crunk, shooting, robbing, stealing, looting. Memphis is Memphis, man. You know what I'm saying? Can't complain. Just surviving, you know.
But Mac, I know you're a very busy guy, man, so I'm going to dive right into this broadcast, but I want to take you back to pretty well the beginning of your illustrious career, man, and I have to ask, I was reading that while you were actually attending high school, you actually wrote one of your very first songs titled Go to Church Ho. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about that iconic track, and of course, like, did you ever have the opportunity to actually, like, put the lyrics into an actual full song?
I didn't Go to Church in high school. You know what I'm saying? Go to Church came after my high school years, I think. Actually, we was in the club, man, and, back then, I think E40 was real big, you know what I'm saying? Captain Saber. I want to be saved, you know. Cats in Memphis, once the song was playing, fools in Memphis saying, when they say, go, I want to be saved, the crowd was saying, go to church hole. You know what I'm saying? Mobbing around in the gangster walk. They try to go to church hole. And then came up with the concept, you know what I'm saying? Put it on Joe's Volume 9, and then I brought it out with solo, Rest in Peace Joker, who featured on Part 1. And that's kind of pretty much how the kind of concept of that song was originated, you know what I mean?
And also as well, man, in the year 1992, you actually became a member of the hip-hop group Killa Klan Kaze. I was wondering, what is the story behind that iconic group? And of course, how did you actually meet the other members?
Yeah, Killa Klan Kaze, you know what I'm saying? I'm a Kaze, AKZ. That was 92? No, it was probably like 95, maybe. So that was a group that was originated. It was originally K-Rock, Rest in Peace, K-Rock, Scan Man. We did a song called Run and Live, and we also did a song called Be a Witness. And so from there, it was really rocking the underground tape scene when Run and Live came out. So by the time it generated, went from tapes to CDs, did Be a Witness on Live by Your Rep EP on Six Mafia. So and that's kind of how the Killa Klan was originated. You know what I'm saying? All the juicy, that connected us. You know what I'm saying? There were so many members of Triple Six back then, so we kind of broke it into sections. B-Scan and K-Rock became a group. Now, keep in mind, I was a solo artist, and I had, plenty of tapes circulating through the Memphis city, through the stereo stores, as M.C Mack, chapters of the Mack, Ebenezer Mack, just from the Mack side, and Mack for Life, I all did good on the underground scene. So I was kind of like a solo artist that was placed into the group, you know what I mean?
And I gotta say as well, like one of my favorite records that you guys actually put out was actually Kaze Times Up, man. Still one of the most iconic records in my personal opinion. And I have to ask, man, like, how did that iconic record actually come to be?
So what was the last part? How did the record do? What now?
Like, I was gonna ask, how did that record actually come to be, man? Because that record is like absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, and Project Pat. At that time, K-Rock had solo and started doing his solo album. Rest in Peace, Saint Nick with Fat to Death Records. You know what I'm saying? Nick Scarfo. And the kind of three Project Pat, our group, me and Scan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I laid the tracks, and we went in and laid the flows. Me and Stan pretty much had an idea of how a lot of the songs already written before we went in the studio, choruses and verses and all. So long to prepare for it, you know what I mean? So when they put Pat in the group, it was like, cool, you know, Pat had a big underground following as well on the cassette tapes. And it was his homecoming. And he accepted him. He was open arms and said, he laid down the Kaze Times Up. I was like 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Laid lyrics the first week and open track next week. Well, that album probably did knock out probably like 2 weeks, huh?
And I gotta say, man, you guys were absolutely magical at that, man. Because just hearing 2 weeks, like that, like I said, that record's absolutely phenomenal, man. So as a fan listening to that, we wouldn't even know that that's actually like 2 weeks. We think that's like a couple years' work.
Oh man, yeah. Well, in actuality, the recording process was 2 weeks, but coming up with the ideas and the verses took, you know, years in the making. Put it like that. Me and Scan and K-Rock had a lot of collaborations that we wanted to lay down, play out. We pretty much had some good ideas already ready to come out. And like I said, I had several songs like Your Pure Anna, Your All About My Hustle. Those were all my underground hit songs. So it wasn't nothing to just, you know, redo those, promote some more modern beats and more with new flows. Voila. It was,
And I also remember as well on my CD copy that I had years back, man, I remember that Juicy J was actually the executive producer of that phenomenal project as well. I have to ask, what was it like actually having his production sound on your guys' record?
Yeah, that Paul did a lot of production. You know what I'm saying? They did all the production back in the day from all of it and other musicians as well. But, man, it was dope. You know, actually, me and Jay linked up. I met after high school. And we collaborated on my underground tapes. He actually did a lot of it. I paid him to do a lot of tracks for me. You know what I'm saying? And it was awesome, man. It was awesome. I had the hottest beats in the city, in my opinion, from the time. And shit, man, it was awesome, bro. They had the beats and we had the flow. You know what I'm saying? They were DJs. So it was really cool collaborating with. But like I said, we had been working with them many years before Kamikaze Times Up album was released. You know, I started rapping with Six Mafia back in like '95 on Mystic Styles, even before Mystic Styles. Running Lip and Juicy J9 came out like in the early '90s, like '93, '94, and Mystic Styles came out in '95, which I was on the Smoked Out, Loped Out Part 2 Mystic Styles song. So. By the time the Kaze came out, you know, we were used to ripping tracks, the EP, and the Pimp album that came out. I think Indo G album, Gangsta Blues. So, you know, having over Paul and Juicy tracks were like magic.
And I gotta say as well, you did some phenomenal work as well with Six Mafia, man. Like, you guys actually put together just some phenomenal joints. A lot of people sometimes they think Six Mafia is just a group, but in my personal opinion, it's a collective. Like, you guys had so many legendary members and that branched off into other groups as well throughout the years.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it was so many members, man. You know, which was kind of smart on Jay's. You know what I'm saying? Had rappers from every hood, you know what I'm saying? Rapping 666, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was all rocking together back in the day, you know, from Skinny Pimp, Lil Fly, Gangsta Blacks, you know, and this goes on, you know what I'm saying?
And also as well, though, going into the millennium in the 2000s, man, in the year 2000, you actually released my personal favorite 12-inch that you actually put out is The Things You Do. I was always wondering if you can the story behind that iconic project, and of course, is that 12-inch still available on the internet to actually be snagged up today?
Yeah, that album, that song, The Things You Do, it was like a bonus. I gave like a bonus song for my Chapters of the Mack album, which basically was a remake of my Chapters of the Mack for Life cassette tape. It's Chapters of the Mack cassette tape. I took all the songs from that tape, put them on my Chapters of the Mack for Life CD. So all that music was cassette tapes, you know what I'm saying? So just putting the information from cassette tape to CD. So I did a bonus for fans, man, something that cats that had the tape, so if they buy the CD, they're like, okay, they do have some new songs, but it will be all the old. And The Things You Do, I think, Motherfuckers Like Us, or a bonus track that I added to that album to give it some of that modern you know, some of that modern stuff that we were coming with.
And also as well in the
It's
year.
still available, yeah.
And I gotta say.
Available on iTunes.
Oh, my apologies, Mac.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that song definitely is available on the Samples of the Mack cassette tape, which can be bought at the M.C Mack Store. Free shipping and handling, and yeah, and a lot more merchandise and a lot more.
And I was looking at your website as well, man. You have all the classics actually available to be purchased, man. And I gotta say, I love that, the fact that you actually have like CDs, cassettes, different like just different like just different formats to actually buy for us fans that really do still enjoy that hard copy format. I just gotta say thank you for still making those available for us.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, but most definitely, you wouldn't believe we actually steal back cassette tapes. We buy vinyl. You know, DJs are still in vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I'm use the virtual DJ. You know, but yeah, I got vinyl, collector's items, tapes, with the kamikaze wear, and all my entire catalog is available at the MC Mack Store. That's mkt.com/MC Store. You can just Google MC Mack Store all together. MCMACKSTORE. Yeah, I mean, take care of all the shipping and handling all across the world. I don't charge the customers no shipping and handling fee.
And also as well, in the year 2004, you actually collaborated with another phenomenal artist by the name of Straightjacket on his anger management record on the song Uh-Oh. I was wondering, what's the story behind that collaboration? And of course, what was it like just being in the studio with Jacket?
You went back on me. Actually, I was recording on my album, The Magnificent. And I was at this spot called Al Harmonics over there in North Memphis. And we were, he was working on a project, and I was recording a couple of songs for The Magnificent album. And we kind of, locked in, man, and said he wanted to get me on a song, and, he took care of the funding, and I laid the verse for him, you know what I'm saying? It was awesome working with Straightjacket in mind. It was Bumpin Out The Fire. I was just listening to this song not too long ago, man. Real cool cats, a lot of energy, in North Memphis, you know what I'm saying? So, we just locked in.
And I gotta say as well, man, you guys had such phenomenal chemistry on that joint, man. Like, me personally, that's my favorite joint actually on the Straightjacket's record, man. That's always my go-to joint when I listen to that. When I listen to that amazing record.
Yeah. No record,
But also as well, going into 2012, you guys actually were inducted into the Memphis Music Hall of Fame in the Best Group category. I was wondering, how does it feel after all these years to actually be recognized by your hometown of Memphis?
Well, that's news to me. I didn't even know that they had this Best Group. Yeah, that's awesome because that's news to me. You know what I'm saying?
I actually read that on Wikipedia, so...
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, they need to give me a plaque or a trophy or something. As much work as I did for the city of Memphis. But I love my city, man. It's violent, it's crazy, it's kind of dark. But, Memphis is home. Hometown, stand up.
And I gotta say as well, most definitely, hopefully they actually get at you and actually get you that plaque, man, because I gotta say, like, if it is true, what I read on Wikipedia, man, they're quite a few years late on that trophy or plaque, man, so they definitely gotta give you that accolade.
Yeah, and Spotify, easy come, easy go. I think there's over 3 million streams now on Spotify, and it's also on Grand Theft Auto 5 for PlayStation and Xbox One gamers. Easy come, easy go. By MC Mack, doing numbers.
I actually have to say as well, I actually heard your music as you were playing GTA 5 a few weeks back, man. And I'm not gonna lie, definitely a great song to go on a shooting spree on, virtually, of course. Virtually, of course.
Yeah, like it was a appropriate song for that video game. So yeah, hopefully Rockstar be hitting me up for a couple more tracks in the future.
And also as well, June 18th of 2021, you actually released a collaborative album titled Kamikaze Creatures alongside Vocals. I was wondering, how did that partnership come to be? And of course, where can our listeners actually snag themselves a copy of that record today?
Well, both kids inboxed me on Facebook, man. Said he was a big fan and enjoyed my music, knew my music, grew up listening to me as a young cat, man. And I was on American Idol, man. And so, we did the collaboration song. I think it was titled Kaze Times Yeah. With the business from the but we did a collaboration. Anyway, he wanted another collabo. I did another collaboration, and he was like, man, you know what? We should mix our genres together. I just got off American Idol, and he showed me the pictures, all the celebs, and all the connects he had, and I was like, well, we can put our resources together, come up with a cool little project, and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So we put our heads together, came up with the Kamikaze Creatures. I featured my crew, the KKZ, called Kamikaze, and he had a couple of cats that he was working with, like the Fireman and Ira, and on guitar. He could play for Korn, and he also got to a lot of other artists to jump on the album. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Flip, Lazy Bone from Falling to the Harmony, and Spice One, of course, legendary DMC from Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? So it was a win-win.
And also, speaking of that Run DMC collaboration, man, that actually, like you said, that dropped with the record. But also, immediately after this interview, I'm actually going to be playing that song right here on the FM airwaves for the listeners. And I was wondering, for the individuals that haven't already had the opportunity to listen to this song, what can they expect from it when they actually listen to it right here on 97.7 FM?
Oh, man, it's never imitated. And that jump drops, never imitated, never duplicated. It's hard. The track is wanging, you know what I'm saying? You get hard lyrics, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got New York, you got Memphis, you got DMC, you got Oak Hills repping New York. Shout out to Crazy, too. I think Crazy is on that song. So, man, it's a hard track, super hard.
And I have to ask, well, how did you actually get connected with DMC of Run DMC? And of course, what was it like just working with him, man? Because he's another fellow legend within the hip hop community.
Yeah, like I said, Kills, after talking about doing a collaboration with him and Crazy and DMC, and we just decided to use that for the album. You know, I think the birthday was kind of waiting on me to lay my vocal to it. I just listened to the song, I wrote my lyrics. Sent the stems, and I took it back and we mixed the song, and that's pretty much how it came to be. You know what I'm saying?
And also, as well, I already know that we only touch base on like a sliver of your legendary career because you're staying consistent, putting out records and singles like No Tomorrow. But I have to ask, what is next for yourself, MC Mack? Is there anything we happen to miss during this broadcast? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still got you here live on the radio station airwaves this evening.
Yeah, man, like I said, recording these albums when everything was on lockdown, certain studios, was on lockdown. They wouldn't book sessions. So I was very, very lucky to have really cool engineers that allowed me to come in and work on Kamikaze Creatures album. And actually during that time I knocked out 2 albums. So I have an album called Appetizer. It was MC Mack and Kano. And that's a banging, man. We just released a new song, a new video, actually called Through. THROUGH, Through. And they also did a collaboration with me, Kano, and Oak Hills, a song called Shoot Somebody. Did a video to that this summer. So actually I released 2 albums this year. So I've been working, man, and also still bringing out the merch, music, and promotional items at my store, the MC Mack Store. And for the future hoes, man, they bring out a Piranha Volume 7. You know what I'm saying? I got the Piranha series. So my last solo album, Piranha Volume 60, is really, really good. They bring out another MC Mack 7, or I may do another collaboration album with another couple more Memphis artists. Also think about actually starting to, we want to do a short movie. Think about doing some movies independently, see what happens with that. There's so many videos. I like as well start doing movies. You know what I'm saying? I was bring out a video with my albums. So yeah, We're working on that, and of course, brand new merchandise at the store. And for all the fans and all the listeners, man, support your boy MC Mack. Go to my YouTube, subscribe to my channel. It's MC Mack Music. Subscribe. It's the notification bell. Comment, like, share, and of course on all music platforms, man. iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, you name it. Type in M.C. M-A-C-K. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of folks have been trying to steal the name, so you got to put the M.C.M-A-C-K. You know what I'm saying? Supreme Being, AKZ.
And also as well, before we part ways, Mac, I was wondering if you can. I know you dropped your music platforms, but I was wondering as well if you can drop your social media handles. That way, our listeners can follow you and stay updated on everything you got going on as well.
Oh, it sounds good. You can also follow me on, add me on Facebook. That's M.C.M.A.C.K. MC Mack on Facebook. You can also get at me on Twitter at M.C.M.A.C.K. The number 4, Life, M.C.M.A.C.K. number 4, L-I-F-E on Twitter. And, of course, on Instagram. Get at me at M.C.M.A.C.K. Music. That's MC Mack Music on Instagram. And, like I said, of course, shop at the MC Mack Store. nkt.com/MC Mack Store. Get at your boy the merchandise. We also, if you're a group, solo artist, band, aspiring artist, man, we are booking. We're selling verses, selling tracks, and collabo features. So just, if you're serious about your career and would like to do a collabo feature, inbox me. We'll work things out, man. I work with everybody, no matter what your genre is, no matter what your age is, man. If you love music, man, and you're interested, man, hit me up. We're always working. And for the promoters, man, also, we're still booking these live shows, since things are kind of opening up a little bit. Book your boy for a live concert, live shows, club venues. Hit me up, man. Let's work it out.
Hey, I gotta say, for all the promoters that are listening down here in Canada, man, we gotta get MC Mack down here to Canada, man. I don't know if Canada can handle what MC Mack can bring to the table, but I would love to see you blow the roof off that Canadian venue.
Heck yeah, man. Shout out to Canada, man. I'd love to come out there, man. Everybody that's bumping me out there, man. Also shout out Fantastic Promotions out there. British Mile, British Columbia, Canada. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely, man. Hit me up. Promoters, man. Let's book it, man. We're doing all kind of shows, man. Birthday parties, picnics, whatever, man. If the fun's right, man, I'm showing up and you showing out. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you already know. I gotta say, Mac, thank you so much for just taking the time out of your busy evening and sliding into the radio station airways, man. Me personally, I've been a fan for many, many years, man, so just being able to interview such a legendary individual like yourself, man, is truthfully an honor. And I gotta say, man, thank you so much, and definitely have yourself a wonderful night, man. Hopefully we can do this again sometime soon.
Oh, I appreciate the love and more than mine. I know that radio, man. Town stand-up Comic-Con for life, man. Get it, your boy MC Mack for life down the ball. Supreme Being, KKZ.
Hey, you already know. Thank you so much, Mac. Have yourself a wonderful night out there in Memphis.
You do the same, man.